Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Pause and Effect Quick Play. I'm your host, CJ, and today I'm going to be attempting to do some more stuff with SRPG Studio. Let's go ahead and get the music started. Let me just... Okay, the levels look normal. So, alright, when I last left off with this... I hate that I can't zoom in. But I did have an idea of sorts, which was, hold up. There. I did have an idea of sorts, which was, I'm like still slowly but surely poking around at a lot of this. But, I think the thing to do would be release something really small as far as like a project goes on this, and then that way I can like keep working at it over time. Okay, hold up. That's better. I suppose the thing to do isn't to go like poking around in engine. Also, I realized too that not anything negative, but I did notice that my my itch.io account was getting notifications because someone was actually playing my game. Denny dies at the end, which was a big thing for me, but the thing that I noticed is they found a whole bunch of issues. So I need to spend some time at some point probably today and fix those. There. Okay. If only I had like crops or something. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. that looks a lot better. Let's put you here, actually. I think I may want to put him here, actually. Ugh, excuse me. That was the sound of me attempting to throw a water bottle in my trash can, and I failed. Okay. Wait, map edit. Oops. Yeah, much better looking, I'll say. Okay. This mode, this level I think is fine. So then now I'll need to set up unit mode. May need to pull up a tutorial. Whose did I use before? That's a really good question.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and welcome back to Learning SRPG Studio.
Okay, this is it.
In this tutorial series, we're going to tackle a series of questions starting from the extremely basic to more complex stuff later on. Even if these tutorials are numbered, you will not need to follow along in order. I'm going to try to make these tutorials watchable and skippable so that you don't have to see every tutorial to know where we're at. This isn't a let's make a game. This is more of a how to do specific things series. That being said, thank you for joining me, and let's jump into a new project. When you first set up a new project, you're going to probably have several questions, hundreds of thousands of questions. How do I do this? How do I add enemies? How do I make text dialogues? There's so many things. We're not going to make this super extensive. Let's do something simple. How do we edit a map? To edit a map, click on open map, and if we want to go back to the start, we can click on back to top and set us to here. Let's go to edit map. Alternatively, you can double click a map and it'll go into the open map for that map. Once you are inside the open map, new buttons will populate the top. The edit map will let you draw stuff using all of the information you see in the bottom left hand side. It's very simple. From the start, you double click on your map, or you click on open map with it selected, and you left click anywhere in this chipset field, also known as a tile set. Let's draw some forest. You can left click and drag to select multiple things, then you can stamp them on the map. There we have an entire forest map. We'll set up our corners. You can draw more than one at a time. If you accidentally change your map in a way that you don't like, you can press Ctrl-Z to undo your changes and make steps backwards. You can also right-click on the map to select an individual tile and replace it with that. If I right-click on here and then I left-click, I can right-click right here, left-click, left-click, and get that sort of effect. You can also make a selection and then drag that as well, and it'll tile it. There's several ways to tile. Let's press Ctrl-Z and undo that. Let's add some water. And now we've set up a basic map. There's more you can do. You can change the chipset or tile set that you're using to add some sort of layering. If you go from the bottom outdoor to ornament, you can even use this to place on top. So it has a basic layering system. Let's put a castle. Let's undo the village, and instead we'll put a castle. Very nice. And we can put a boat right over here. It also has an indoor tile set. Of course, you can add your own art, which we'll probably want to do eventually. But for right now, we're just learning the engine. All of this is done with the Edit Map Selector tool on the top. If you want to add units, we're going to move to the unit mode. And now when we double click on the map, we are presented with settings. So let's set up our unit. We're going to make an enemy. Once we've switched to the unit mode, we can change our placement mode from enemy, ally, or guest. This is going to set up the default tab that it goes to when we double click to add a new unit. See how we've defaulted to enemies here. If we press OK, it's going to place that enemy there. We can left click, drag, and move it around. We can right click to edit the enemy. We can also cut it, paste it, and we are presented with different options. While we're on the unit mode, we can change our placement mode to get different options as we right click. We can create a new ally there, which will also default if we just double click. It will go there as long as we have ally selected. To remove something, you can press delete after you select it. You can right click it and delete it. You can left click and move it. You'll see some information on it. Underneath the placement mode radial menu, you see two checkboxes, one for numbering and one for positioning. These show extra information on the character that you're moving around. If you would like to see which enemy is what number, you can have that check marked. Also, if you would like to see what tile the enemy is on in the placement, you can show the positioning. I keep them on just to show more data. When you only have one enemy, you don't need them on. But if you have have several things to fight and several things placed, it might keep you more organized to have them on. Let's right click and edit this enemy. This is going to be enemy 01 because we're super creative. We're going to double click and give it a different face. Actually, we'll call him Jafar. We'll set him to level 1, give him a class. We're gonna make him a mercenary. Importance, we can decide if he's the leader, the sub-leader, or a regular mob. We get to decide what weapons and armors he starts with, and his basic stats. Let's give him a very weak attack so he just doesn't kill us. We're gonna give him 1 strength and only 3 movement. We'll apply that. There are so many things to go over in here. We're gonna keep it simple, just like this for now. Hit OK. In order to change the party's starting position in unit mode, we can left click and drag our starting tiles. These 5 flags represent the party members.
Here's what I'm looking for.
5 party members. You can also right click while you're on unit mode and change the sorting position, also known as party member starting positions. Right here, right click and set that as 1 or 2. Left clicking and dragging and putting it where you want is more intuitive. Let's go ahead and move our starting position right here and have our enemy right here. And we'll do a test play. Now, you have 2 different types of play buttons here. Map test and test play. You generally want to use test play to see all the changes you've made with the events. So I'm going to go back to top and press test play. I'm basically just going to use test play every time and not use map test until I need something specific for it. The first time you try to test play your game, it's going to ask you to save it. So you're going to have to give a name to your project. I'm going to call this SRPG Tutorial Series Episode 1. After it's saved to the hard drive, it will launch the game. Everything will be set to default and you'll have these menus. You can use the keyboard or mouse to move around. Let's just start a new game, which will start us on this map. Here's our basic setup. We can toggle our units, we can manage them by doing different things, we can show info, we can save the game, or we can start the chapter. We're going to just start the chapter. The player goes first, you hover over, you can see how far they can move and where they can attack. I'm going to move my character down to here, and I'm going to click attack, click on the weapon I want to use, and target the thing I want to hit. Here's the battle scene. As we attack, things will counterattack, and you can specifically decide if things can counterattack, how many times they can counterattack. Everything is fully customizable. So just because it works in a specific way, if you don't like that, because of the powerful JavaScript capability, we're able to change that. So anything you don't like, you can change and customize completely. It's a very powerful engine. We'll left click and then we'll be presented with more options. We're going to end our turn. Now the enemy is going to attack us. Fly across the screen. We will counterattack. We missed the player's phase. We'll click ourselves. We want to move, or we'll click attack, select our sword, attack him back, go at him, bam. We missed him and he counterattacked and hit us. So that's our turn. He's going to jump behind. He's going to attack from behind. Bam. He hit us, but we counterattacked. Because of his strength being so low, we still won. There's no conditions for winning this chapter. We haven't set up any events, so that's the end of the game at this point. That's going to do it for this tutorial on how to create a basic enemy and put him in your game. See?
Okay. Oh, right, I get it. Okay, so I have some characters here. Let's try creating another couple, shall we? Decisions, decisions. Yeah, you. Oh, here we go. So, Cavalier. So you can use sword and lance. I had one specific name for this class. That I wanted to use that I think I may just... Oh, oops, you're not even a, Yeah, you're a soldier. Man, not that I'm complaining, but this is far more involved. Yeah, this looks less lord-like. So then you, I will make, or give... I saw a really good one. Here we go. Bardrick. Adrian is going to be level 2. Bardrick is going to be level 3 with the mercenary class. His class is going to be Bandit. And he's definitely going to have, like, other things. One more unit. Oops. That'll do. And she's gonna be a cavalier. There. Yeah, at some point I really do need to play like an actual Fire Emblem game, like an old one. Just to get some general sense and some ideas. I really need to scroll down through this list. Actually, one thing that I kind of want to do before I actually really think about doing maps, even though I really like the look of this, editing map properties and changing the resolution, Or no, auto events.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming. Welcome back to Learning SRPG Studio. In this episode, we're going to take a look at some auto events and victory conditions. Let's jump into the project. I've got one map set up. I'm going to click on that and open up map. I'm going to move over to the event mode. When I double click in event mode, I have the option to place events. I'm going to place one village location event type and give it some event commands. So this is a location event type village. I've created an event command and I've changed to switch. The location event type for village will let the player walk over it and have an extra option. When the player walks over a tile that has the village event type, they'll get the option of village. They can click on an extra button at the end of their turn before they end their turn. When the player clicks on the village button,
sorry, I got kind of. I need to start over.
Welcome back to Learning SRPG Studio. In this episode, we're going to take a look at some auto events and victory conditions. Let's jump into the project. I've got one map set up. I'm going to click on that and open up map. I'm going to move over to the event mode. When I double click in event mode, I have the option to place events. I'm going to place one village location event type and give it some event commands. So this is a location event type village. I've created an event command and I've changed to switch. The location event type for village will let the player walk over it and have an extra option. When the player walks over a tile that has the village event type, they'll get the option of village. They can click on an extra button at the end of their turn before they end their turn. When the player clicks on the village button, all of these event commands will execute. Let's take a look at this. I've selected change switches and I've got a local and a global. We're only using the local, but I wanted to show them both. When you first create a switch, it will give you this menu. Create event command, you click on change switches, and then you can create a switch, name it, and give it an icon and everything. You can also left click it to specify if that's going to be turned on or turned off. If you don't specify, it really doesn't do anything. I've created a local and a global switch called captured castle and turned them both on. So when the player walks up to this tile and executes the village button, it's going to turn on two switches, a local and a global switch. We're only going to be using a local. A global switch will affect other maps. A local switch will only affect this map. The next thing we're going to do is take a look at this little button that says AT. That stands for auto events. Auto events are how you set up your victory conditions and how you specify.
Okay. Create event command. Show message, erase message, narration message, simple message, message scroll, title. Okay, back to it.
When things happen. If you want the game to be completed to have a victory screen, you're going to have to set that up with auto events. You can set that up with a switch or without a switch. Let's look at how you would do it with a switch. If you wanted to set it for a switch, you can create a new event. You're able to right click and rename it to whatever you want. I'll call this one enemies dead. It's completely arbitrary what you name your events. When you have created them, you'll have the option to add requirements for this auto event to run. Auto events happen automatically, but you have to specify when you want them to run. You use this conditions page for them to specify that. You click the three dots and you specify using all of these possible conditions. So everything in here is a way for you to specify when you want something to run, and you can use multiple conditions as well. So in this one, all I've done is required that the local switch captured castle be on. I've got that set up. I hit OK. That's why I have the local switch captured.
It's going too fast. Life condition died. Army, enemy. Okay, apply, okay. Oops. Units, add me. Life condition died, army, player. Importance, leader. Well, yeah, because you sortie states sortie because you have to. What are EV enemies? Okay, cool. So, so the auto events from the prologue are not applicable here. Alright. That's good. Okay. So then let me come back here for just a hot second. Max units 2, fixed units, these two. Alright, good to know what I just found. Bandit, thief, Waylon. Got it. Alright.
Captured castle on as a requirement for the victory screen to play. Once we've set up the name of the event conditions, we can select create event commands to set up what we want to happen when all...
Okay.
Are met. I've put in a show message, and this is a simple message that just shows the hero's face saying the castle is cursed, and you can select what face you want to play. Then I've done a unit transformation, turning the hero into a skeleton and executing that move. And then I've done a chapter complete. This is how you beat, this is your victory condition. So let's take a look at how we would get to this. You click on create event command, and you click on battle. Then you go over to chapter complete. Clicking on chapter complete will bring up another menu. You select the next chapter that the player goes to. If you only have one map, then it'll replay this map. You can specify if you don't want a save screen, if you want to go to the save screen, if you want the player to go to their base and save, or do you want the player to go to their base without the option to save. Your difficulty will also come into play when switching maps. So I've selected go to the base after we've completed the chapter. We can either capture the castle and curse one of our members until they turn into a skeleton to beat this map and complete the chapter. Or we can kill all the enemies, complete the chapter that way. Let's click on create event command, go over to battle, click on chapter complete, and we'll select the next chapter, and we'll say go to base. So we can either beat the chapter by capturing the cursed castle and losing the hero, turning the hero into a skeleton, or we can defeat the enemy and keep both of our enemies and complete the chapter that way. Now we've got our auto events set up, and we've got one switch on the map, one enemy on the map, and 2 people. Let's go ahead and go back to top and test play the game. I've removed the 16:9 aspect ratio and changed the resolution. I'm going to jump back and forth to see how they look in different resolutions. Let's click on fight. We'll start the chapter. I'm going to move this guy down and attack him with a sword. We got a critical and killed him on the first hit. And now, because we've defeated all the enemies, we see that all enemies are dead. But how does the game know that that's going to happen? Let's take a look at how to do that. Before I do that, how did the game know to show that all of the enemies were killed? Let's take a look at that. That could be tricky. We're going to click back on our set up a new condition. Now this can get tricky, but if you read it literally the way that it's written, it makes sense. I've set up a page condition for this auto run event to happen when we say all the enemies are dead and we complete the chapter. The event conditions, I went over to unit total tab. I've checked marked the enable unit total so that it will look for this as a condition. We're going to say when one enemy equals, we're saying the total of one enemy equaling one enemy. We can say less than one, more than one, but we're going to say one specifically enemy has died. Do you see how I've written this? Now I can write this in a different way as well. I can say when 0 enemies are alive, and it should work the same. Let's
Oh, that is a much simpler way. Ah. So I can get rid of all this. I go to unit total. Okay. 0. Equal enemy alive. So defeated all enemies, like 0 enemies alive. So let's test it, shall we? Damn, I missed. I'm probably as good as dead here. I lived? We keep dodging each other. Yeah, look at that. Cool, so that does work. I am getting somewhere. Let me just lean back a bit, get a good stretch. Ah, man. I have run around so much today. I am so tired. Kind of concerning that I'm not gaining skill. This is the second time that's happened. Or no, that I'm not gaining strength. That's the second time that's happened, but okay. Yeah, that makes hella sense. Got it. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this was a decently designed map. Now then. Alright, that's everyone. Do I need to remake Waylon as a EV enemy? Let's see. Yeah, this Waylon. I'm going to name this Boss Conversation. If you ain't got no money, take your broke tail home, boy. You ain't gonna like what'll happen next. That's an interesting thing, but I don't think what I'm thinking of is the same thing. So, new events. Boss convo defeated. Units add. Enemies. Waylon. Life condition died. Enemy importance leader. Alright, fine. I'm getting the hell out of here. Okay, so that should have worked. Let's test it. Oh. He gained strength this time. Okay, that clearly did not work. Not how I wanted it to. Why is it doing that? There's got to be something that allows it to yeah, I don't know. What if I set it so that he's injured? No, that wouldn't work. But let me try it like this. Nope. Not what I wanted. Let's take a look at something. SRPG Studio opening events. Man, I am just not on it today. Damn. Whew. I don't know, I looked at it. It's so weird that they refer to this specific tile as dirt, as like sand. It's supposed to be dirt. I guess this is what you'd call like, well, not dirt, but at least it's like rocks and shit. Maybe I should just set up Waylon as an event enemy. Alright. That's so weird. There's gotta be some, like, old school, like, fortress floors, something that I could use. Well, I guess there's all this. It's as good as anything else, to be honest with you. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stay live, but I'm gonna come back to this a little later because there's like a whole bunch of other things on my mind right now that I'm going to just... One of them takes a lot of precedence, especially considering somebody was like kind enough to point these things out. So, okay. Set that. Open project. So there's a guy on itch.io who commented on the page for Denny Dies at the End named Dorkfishy, who played a lot of the game and left some comments. So the idea that I have is work on I shouldn't have pushed my glasses up to my forehead. They're all greasy now. But, yeah, he did quite a bit, so I'm going to be doing some fixes. So one of the biggest things... I'll be damned, that really is displaying the wrong one. Alright, so I need to go... Got it. Okay. That was a very minor thing. So then the next up is let's see. Demonic cloak. So I need to go into the items. Demonic bracelet, demonic ring is a ring, demonic circlet is a circlet, demonic necklace is a necklace, demonic earring, monocle, cloak. Yeah, I'm an idiot. How in the fuck did I overlook that? Okay. So we're going to change this switch to alerting the king. And we're going to change the switch of this dude also to alerting the king. And we're going to have these guys move up. Gonna do this one too. Because then theoretically okay, control variables. Demonic artifacts set to 6. That's a soft lock. So that means I need to do it for the other one too. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's a jank solution, but it works. Okay, save project, deployment. Alright, so now I've got to go find that file that I just output. Found it. Danny dies at the end, version 1.0.1 PC. Compress that to a zip file. Ouch. And the thing that I recognize too is that my dad has also been wanting to play this, but he has a Mac. So I gotta do this. Because oddly, I tried to do this before, but it didn't work. Okay. Man, this is gonna take a minute. Alright. So now, the next part is edit game. So delete file. Or alternatively, I could just upload the other ones first. In fact, that's a better idea. I can honestly say I feel a little more at peace considering I'm back to using this album now as opposed Guiding Winds, I think, as opposed to Restful Holidays. Soothing Breeze, my bad. I think the Guiding Wind is the name of the second track on the album. Quick water break. You know what? Why don't I just keep these? Yeah, that's a better plan. Save that. Okay. So that takes care of that, at least for now. I'm going to go back to this file, close it out because I'll get to it next week. And I gotta wait for RPG Maker to end, and we're relaunching SRPG Studio. So open project. I believe the file's saved on my desktop. Alright, cool. With all that being said, I actually have to use the bathroom, so I will be right back. Please do not go anywhere. Thank you. Okay, I'm back, so sorry about that. Also went ahead and grabbed a snack downstairs too. So if you hear me munching, that's why. Right, okay. There. I don't know what High Lord CC is, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, let's see. Oops. I may realistically need to add one more enemy to this. Yeah, this one is now no longer going to drop the cure leaf, but this one will. Oh wait, no, I would need narration message. In a faraway land lies the Reffelance Kingdom and the Seraphel Empire. Ever at odds with one another, ever at odds with each other, their rivalry escalated into conflicts. The Reffelance Kingdom lives in constant fear from attacks and many have lives in constant fear from attacks from Seraphel. The Reffelance people live in constant fear from attacks from Seraphel, and many have answered a call to arms to defend their homes from harm. And a hero, the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince has stood up to lead the charge against But this story isn't about heroes, conquest, or liberation. At the heart of this story lies... Okay. I think I get it. All right. Slowly but surely, I think I'm getting it. Just a bit. Where do I find the information about this map, though? Oh, map information. Prologue, one fine day. There's music I can play, but I think it would be funnier to have, like, placeholder music. Oops, okay. Like, I'm gonna pause this for now. Because, actually, no, I'm probably going to get in trouble if I play it. So, the idea that I had for, like, a main theme for this game, I'll just put this back on. The idea that I had as a main theme for this game to understand just how utterly inane and stupid the story is. The idea that I had was using the song Humoresque of a Little Dog from like Earthbound, Smash Brothers. Like, I think Mother 3 version, maybe? I'm not actually sure. Like, do I think it matters? Not really. But I'd have to look it up, and I think if I could add it, that would be hilarious. But yeah, I'm like moving on with that. So, happy for nope. I do like with this that one thing that they add is the ability to set what time of day it is on the map. I think that is a beautiful feature. I'm actually going to move this guy over here. Because if I'm right... Oh, it's playing my cutscene. In a faraway land lies the Refilance and the Seraphel Kingdom of the Seraphel. Okay. I need to fix something. Damn it. Delete that, create event command. What? That's not it. Okay, so this should work now. Yep, now it does. cool. Okay, so what I tested kind of sort of works. Kind of. So under unit mode, yeah. Need to set him to wait. Man. I recognize too, I've kind of just been self-learning the whole time, as opposed to doing what I did with RPG Maker MV, which was like actively doing tutorials. But the thing that I noted the last time I touched this, which was a week ago, is like, 1 second. Excuse me. Yeah, the thing that I noted when I first touched this, which was a week ago, was like, this engine shares a lot of similarities with RPG Maker MV in terms of how you do things and how you build things and how you set things up. The only problem is this does not share a character generator with RPG Maker. That's number one. And number two, the most important, is like, because of the way that its gameplay is set up and what it accomplishes, you really need to have a knack for creating stats, because otherwise, like, oh boy. Either way, I just need to set up story stuff for this map, and I think it's fine. So why don't I take another look at this one? There, now it's straightened out. there's some nifty looking portraits in here too. I should really do something here. There. Okay, so let's see. Bandit name generator. Huh, you know what? I figured fantasy name generators would have such a thing. This name generator will generate names fit for bandits, thieves, con artists, and other types of robbers. Names rely on nicknames to create a bandit feel. They can be named for their reputation, their appearance, or even their way of theft. There are no last names. One of the first names could also be used as a last name. There are plenty of real name generators to offer you surnames, though. To start, simply click on the button to generate 10 random names. Let's go, like, Gregory the Smile, Brant the Jester, Billy Blue Eyes, Raoul the Lunatic, Sanford the Eccentric, Dangerous Clifton, One Eye Connor, and I was thinking of giving the dude with an eye patch as Razortooth Grady, Dangerous Dorian, Klepto Denton. What else do we got? Let me take a look at this. See if I can't get, like... I don't know, there's got to be something. Huh, warrior nicknames? Oh, no, not what I was thinking. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Giant names. This is like the right level of weird I'm looking for. Boogie, Bugi. Boogie. I feel like that's the name of a Fire Emblem enemy already. I think I have a decent idea. I'll just name him Grodd. He's the leader, and he's going to wait. Realistically, one thing I should do, go into the database, I think instead of trying to create a custom weapon for this dude, I should adjust his class so that his weapon type is bow instead of like dagger or something. Alright, so now, oh wait, I forgot to do something. Not what I wanted. Go into the database for Gideon, change the slim dagger to the short bow. Damn, dude. Got him. I thought I set it so that it force deploys. Dang, so I clicked on this SRPG world and it takes me to, I guess, a place where you can get assets. The only problem is it's written all in Japanese. I can't read shit. So I'm gonna leave it. At least for now. Do I set something in the database? I guess I'll figure out what unit events are later. I don't know. Either way, I'm really just confusing myself at this point, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just end the stream here. Sorry that it was so short, but yeah, I'm not doing myself any favors by ruminating over this. So next week I will be returning to next week I'll be going back to RPG Maker MV to work on Project Life After a little bit more, so please look forward to that. And that's going to be the end of the stream, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Anything and everything helps. Let's see. Thank you for tuning into my videos and to my shorts. And Pause and Effect is on Ko-Fi if you're willing to donate. Like I just said, anything helps. So tomorrow, Saturday, the 4th, I have off. And then Sunday, I'm going to be continuing Dragon Quest XI. So please look forward to that. With all that being said, you guys have been a very fun audience. Once again, this has been Pause and Effect Quick Play. I've been your host, CJ. And that's it for me. I will see you Sunday. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.